Whether you're a brand new fan or a longtime viewer, you can support the show and the cast of Roll20 Presents by going to roll20.net/start/roll20presents and signing up for a free account. Dungeon Masters will find maps, tokens, and a cornucopia of exciting tools to improve their game. Players will gain access to built-in character sheets with support for dozens of different role-playing games. No matter what role you take, our quantum randomized dice roller is there to keep the action moving. Don't wait to join the party. Sign up today at roll20.net/start/roll20presents. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Look, we got our elf back. No, we had half an elf before, and now we have two half elves, which just counts as one full elf. Welcome back. Welcome back. You were, I assume, whenever you're doing literally anything that isn't like streaming on your channel or right in front of me, you're out LARPing somewhere. So how was that?
I was. We went. Me and my roommates went to the Toronto-based franchise chapter of our LARP, Underworld LARP, with all of the characters we'd usually play, but we just went and did the game out there.
So when you travel from one LARP to another with the same character, how do you explain the like distance that you travel? Like, is time contiguous? Like, if it's Tuesday in Edmund LARP, is it going to be when you show up? Is it going to be Thursday in Toronto LARP, or is it like?
No, it's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that we explain it is the same way that they explain all travel in fantasy games ever, which is there's a portal.
Nice. You took the portal of WestJet.
Skygate, yeah.
Nice. I like it.
But so we got in super early on the same day we were going to be starting. Like, we got in early Friday morning, and then we left really early Tuesday morning. Yeah. So I basically slept 8 hours the whole weekend, and the 8 hours that I did sleep was on a rock on the ground. So
like your whole body on a large rock, or
no,
like part of a rock was?
No,
okay.
Like, I'm in a tent, and unfortunately we put it on a bad spot. There are a lot of us in the tent, so like we couldn't. There isn't like, oh, I'll just move to this really clear area. You know?
So I'm gonna go ahead and just point this out to anybody who's ever criticized their dungeon master for making them roll survival before they're allowed to take a long rest.
No, man, it's real.
This is why a flub survival check means you put your tent down in the wrong place and you're sleeping on rocks. Welcome to taking a level of exhaustion.
So it was unfortunate because like everything was flat, and then where I was sleeping just had this rock, like pointed rock. I'm like, oh great, sick deal.
Well, besides having rocks added to your internal organs, how was it? Did you curse anybody? I can't remember if you're a good guy or a bad guy now. Are you playing your witch?
Yeah, I am playing my witch.
Okay,
so she's not a witch anymore.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
But I did not curse anyone because our group was concerned with the fact that like when you're visitors somewhere, reprisal is like a lot easier on you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, oh, nobody knows you. I guess if you fuck up and then we kill you, nobody's gonna care. You know what I mean?
That sounds terrifying, man. Toronto, you're the worst.
Yeah, I mean.
So when people come from other LARPs, do you do that? Do you just get everybody together? You're like, all right, we got some nerds coming from out of town. As soon as they jump out of the sky portal, we're gonna get them in the parking lot of the sky portal.
All I'm saying is that like you go to a new place, you got to be on your best behavior because you don't want to give them an excuse to like do anything.
Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of times where we were provoked into almost violence, and I had to be like, "Nah, guys, it's cool. It's cool. Don't like my incredibly stab happy friends who are like, yeah, let's fuck them up." I'm like,
the thing is, you know that there is something wrong when Elf is the voice of reason amongst the people you are present with. When Elf is like, nah, maybe we shouldn't commit violence on these people, you know, to take that shit seriously.
Yeah. But what's cool is we met a bunch of new people and like had a bunch of new cool role-playing experiences because like I'm the same character, but I get to meet all these new characters I've never met before, which is like really cool. Mm-hmm. And then when the game was over, people were like, oh, we're going to come out and visit you guys. You know, like it was super fun role-playing with you, and we're going to like come visit you guys at some point. I'm like, yeah, do it. Cool. You can stay in my camp.
So folks in chat, their response to the comment about Elf being the voice of reason, proving that something is wrong. Go ahead and just watch like some of the other games we've played together.
Like any other game that's not this one, and you'll see.
Rin is very out of character for Elf. Rin is a new experience. Normally.
I mean, the one I would go for is Apocalypse World. If you haven't watched the Apocalypse World game, watch that one. You'll see.
If you do this, you're gonna get your arm chopped off. Fuck it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Literally like driving your character like a stolen car or actually
off
a stolen car.
No big deal.
I stood on the hood of a car and shot a guy in the face while he was driving the car I was standing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call that a that's a Cleveland seatbelt. I think that's what we call that maneuver. You gave him a Cleveland seatbelt. When you kill the driver of a car, you are in or on going very fast. I just made that up. You can have that.
Wasn't a great move. But so it was a fun weekend.
That's good. That's good. And you survived.
Yeah, I did actually. Which is
I hope that when the people from Toronto come to visit you, that they will be equally as well behaved, or they'll justify their own murder, whichever.
What I will say is that like their method of running the game was super different to ours. In that like we have sort of like a town, and that town reacts to things sort of together. The camps aren't far enough away that it's sort of separate. Like people all know when something is going on, basically. But this campground that they were using, their land out there is like 100 acres. And the camps are everywhere, like far out from each other. So stuff tends to happen plot wise, like per camp rather than like the whole town. You know what I mean? So you're like sort of with a faction instead of with like a larger overarching group. And also it's dark as shit. There are like no lights. When nighttime falls and you can't see anything.
Dark vision is very hard to simulate.
It's like, oh good, a figure is emerging from the darkness. I hope it's my friend and not someone to stab me.
This sounds horrifying. I don't ever want to LARP. Cool. I'm out. Just
it's so cool.
It does sound cool. I like hearing your stories.
I still open invite to come join me in Saskatoon for a LARP. For everybody here, obviously.
Just everybody, just go.
Figure out how to get to Saskatoon.
Just fly to Edmonton, and then we'll drive out together.
You go through. You open the wardrobe.
The portal.
I was about to make a Narnia reference. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for doing that for me.
Chat road trip. Yeah, let's go, everybody.
Yeah. Elf just wants more followers.
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come, give me power.
So, so Lauren, I saw you for all of 30 seconds this weekend. There was a convention. What did you get up to besides the like brief passing by where we waved at each other and then went away?
My weekend's been real boring. I've been doing work. Like, you know what I did all Saturday? Editing YouTube videos.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Working is good. Getting shit done. That's important.
I did get to eat a lot of good barbecue on the 4th of July. So I went to 2 separate locations in which barbecue was cooked.
Nice.
And I did not have to cook any of it. So I just got to eat it, which is pretty great.
I will say, whatever other components there might be to this 4th of July situation, having your neighbors randomly making food outside and then coming out and being like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, eat this burger. And you're just like, don't mind if I do.
Subtle.
Yeah. That feels like that's a cool thing.
It's like winning. It's winning. Free food.
I definitely had that happen and it was great.
Yeah. Dave, is there a 4th of July like equivalent in the UK? Is there like, because I mean, we
Guy Fawkes?
Canada Day. I feel like Guy Fawkes Day is the opposite of.
I mean, it's like
failed 4th of July Day, I guess, or do you have? Is there like a special?
No, we have anti 4th of July Day where we all sit and look at pictures of the Queen and bemoan the terrible decision that was made by those independents from the Crown.
Oliver Cromwell Day.
What's the opposite of lighting fireworks? I don't know. We drench ourselves in water.
So, like every day.
You drag tea up out of a harbor.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how that went. No, nothing happens here. We don't do fireworks or anything. There's not enough people from the US.
I think that in the UK in general that there is fireworks on Guy Fawkes Day.
But Guy Fawkes night is not. It's October.
Yeah, but that's still an
But there are
event.
fireworks. That's the closest you get. They
Yeah.
get. I don't know.
Are you having an identity crisis right now? Are you okay?
It's complicated.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm kind of glad that weekend is over. It's always a total ridiculous nightmare. And as someone who, and I'm sure most of you can probably,
That's November.
you can probably believe, these like big holiday weekends, they sneak up on me. Like I'm always like, all right, I've got a regular day of normal day stuff, and then everything I was gonna do is canceled because people are like, nope, it's a holiday. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I accidentally
Sure.
was patriotic on July 4th and shot Nazis, and that wasn't the plan. Like I was
So patriotic.
just a regular stream. But
I feel like
Yeah,
every day should be shooting
It
Nazis
used
Day.
to be that shooting Nazi Day was patriotic, but now it's anti-patriotism.
It's
Oh,
confused
yeah.
now. Things are
Terrorist.
confused.
Go America.
Yep. This is why we play fantasy games, to escape the terror that is being alive.
No
Though I
violence.
don't honestly know that I would rather be in like the Forgotten Realms than in real life. Because like as troubling as real life can be sometimes, I just don't have the chops to be an adventurer, which means if you're not an adventurer, you are a target.
Yeah, I feel like murder's a lot more commonplace in the Forgotten Realms.
nah, hit me up with that Forgotten Realms. Put me right there. I'm
What's-
into
okay.
it.
Well, so here's the thing, right? So like, yeah, I think killing
There's a lot of weirder shit in the Forgotten Realms than me, so we're good.
generally murder is yes, more prevalent in medieval societies. Like I think in the Forgotten Realms, people getting killed is pretty common. However, they just don't have the mechanization that we do to commit large scale. Like this is a pre-World War I society. There's no machine guns in the Forgotten
They
Realms.
do have
so-
Fireball though.
Fireball. Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, how many
And
people?
I know we
necromancers.
exist. We don't have it.
Yeah, how many
The
people
thing
could you
is that
fit in
they
a
don't,
fireball
like,
square?
The
I mean,
real question is
they have
like, how
wish.
can you make a shower happen? Because
meteor
I
swarm,
don't
right?
know if I'd want to
Oh,
live
like a regular one
when
made
I
out of
take a
water. I
shower.
see.
Am I about to have the same conversation for the like 5th time in a month about I don't understand how technology doesn't progress in the Forgotten Realms because they have
Because hundreds of years have gone by and no new inventions are created.
I
stupid.
mean,
Yeah.
Fix
the
it.
new inventions that are
Everyone's the
important
best.
are the ones that are magic.
Well, so
Also,
that's-
showers are irrelevant. Prestidigitation exists.
right, but
That's
again, we
true.
don't know what the baseline requirement, like why if you could be a wizard that casts like prestidigitation, you don't have to be like a good wizard. You could just be level 1 and never gain
Yeah,
another
just
level.
be
Why
shit.
don't people like how hard is it to become a level 1 wizard?
Wizard, yeah.
Like there's no inborn thing because that's sorcerers.
And like, here's
right?
the thing: like, you can like, if you cast prestidigitation,
Yeah.
do you feel clean?
Yes.
Because-
I think,
yes,
totally.
you
Yeah,
do.
yeah. It's magic,
feel
right?
like-
yeah.
I feel like you could get like, I don't know, like you could get really sweaty and cast prestidigitation and still feel kind of gross, like even though you're not actually dirty.
I mean, but you can also feel really sweaty, have a shower, and then in certain places be so humid it didn't matter.
I
That's
guess
true.
so. I guess the question is less about wizards because to the chat's point, maybe you have to pay to go to wizard school or whatever. Fine, so wizards are off the table. But like a cleric, all you have to do is be like obsequious, and peasants
Yeah,
are awesome at that.
Just pray really well.
Yeah, like just really believe really hard. So maybe it's just that everyone in the Forgotten Realms is like really cynical, and no one can become a cleric unless they're like really kind of like naive, which is ironic given you have to be wise to be a cleric.
I mean, the amount of people who have decided, like, and I feel like this is still a cultural thing that people are going through recently. Being an atheist now is cool, so their D&D characters are also atheists. So that's got to be kind of representative of the populace of the Forgotten Realms. Even though gods literally exist, sometimes they walk around and they give people magic
See,
spells.
Yeah.
that's weird because I play a ton of clerics and yet I am also an atheist.
Yeah, can
so-
I just sign on a warlock deal? Actually,
Yeah, if gods were even remotely real, I would sign up right now. And barring
Yeah, why
them,
not?
give me a demon, give me an archfey. I'm on board.
Bring it,
Give it to me.
Great old
I
Mama
mean-
Mary.
Yeah.
Well, it comes,
Unlimited cosmic power, itty bitty living space. Like that's
we're all already subservient to the structures of the societies in which we live. Ergo, we might as well get some fucking magic powers out of it.
I'll sign a pact with a demon any day of the week. Like,
yeah, right. Straight up, right now. Let's do it.
Demons, if you're out there.
Satan.
Where are you, Satan?
I think the thing is though, is that it brings into question that whole philosophical concept of faith, right? Like, is it harder to be a cleric in a world where you know that the gods exist because it requires faith in their power without proof? Like, is burden of proof like a thing that makes it harder to be faithful if you know the gods exist? What's the difference between a regular person that really loves the gods and then like a cleric, right?
That's a good
Like, how do
question.
we? Yeah.
Yeah, because there are plenty of faithful that like go to clerics of Lathander and they still have faith in Lathander, but they're not clerics, right?
It's like a lack of dedication.
I guess so. It's like you take your whole life and you say, I'm going to serve this god, as
Right.
opposed to like, I'm going to run this bar and also think that
I
this
feel
guy's
like,
really
I guess
cool.
running a bar could get you like money and friends and a fulfilling life, but worshiping a god, you can hurl flames from your hands and like bring the dead back to life, or you could own a bar.
Okay, so like I feel like if you run a Twitch channel, you can have the appearance of fame and the appearance of dollars, but you could also have actual free time and someone else take care of paying your taxes and have friends and not be a Twitch streamer.
So is Jeff Bezos just like a really weak patron, and we just
I think
like
so. I think he's just spreading his warlock stuff too far around. Like he's got too many warlocks underneath him.
so
they all
you
get,
think
like,
that's
the
how it works?
most
Is that a god
limited
can only
power?
have so many before they?
I think that's how it should work. Yeah.
I
Right.
don't feel like forced labors in impoverished country is like a good boon to like.
Well, the problem
I'm not
is that
into
Jeff
that.
Bezos grants the dark god Bezos. Sorry, Jeff. Grants boons to some servants and then saps the life from others. And it's not all warlocks of.
It's hard. I feel like it's got to be an isekai style situation
mean,
where
like-
you get born into the world with a class.
Like if
Like,
you are
Like
like
everyone's
if
a
you're
sorcerer, they just don't realize it.
if you're a warlock that gives your patron like more souls or whatever for the fire, then of course they're going to give you more
Hey,
cosmic
I
power.
wish
right?
that warlocks were mechanized that way. That would be super cool if you could actually like gain boons
What
by
if your
doing
patron
things.
meant shit at all?
Yeah, because you don't have to really do like you just throw Eldritch Blast at stuff and like whatever. But this
Yeah, it
is
would
true
be
of
cool if there was
it's true
some
of
kind of
paladins.
mechanism, like a relationship.
It's true of
between-
paladins and clerics as
Yeah.
well in this in this version of D&D where there's
Is there
no
any kind of like homebrew sort of system to have that relationship?
Well,
I
no,
wonder
it
if
used
there's
to-
like something
It
published.
used to be punitive, right? It used to be that if you disobeyed the tenets of your god or acted like a baddie when you were a paladin, you just flat out lose your powers. But it was kind of insulting because you just sort of became a fighter, and fighters were like, "I'm already a fighter, you piece of shit." Like, but you also had to be way better to be allowed to be a paladin. You had to have a whole
Right.
bunch of
Yeah, I was reading the TUI Faiths and Avatars about Merkel, and evidently, in order to be like a specialty cleric or a specialty priest of Merkel, you have to have way better stats than Makaria has. She wouldn't make it.
So
She wouldn't cut
Faiths
it.
and Avatars divided. You could be a cleric with pretty crap stats, but to become
It was
a
like a
specialty
specialty priest,
there
yeah.
were essentially special classes for every single god that had their own special powers, and it was a whole.
Well,
thing.
she thinks that she's the chosen, and really, she's just a fucking lackey. And the
That's
book
true
just
of
told
every
us that
cleric,
again
though,
and
I think.
again. It was like, "Hey, you're not great," and I was like, "Man." But also, I learned while reading Faiths and Avatars.
This is the
that-
Merkel lore hour now. So
yeah. That evidently the only temple to Merkel that was established after the time of troubles is on the bottom of an ocean, and it's protected by an undead kraken and deformed Sahuagin. So I'm pretty
What?
100% sure that
That's
Makaria
our god is
just-
dead and nobody cares. Let's build a temple in the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
yes. I'm pretty sure that like in her mind, the entire Saltmarsh shenanigans is turning into we visited the underwater temple of Merkel.
You're just having dreams about it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
The purpose of that underwater temple was so that they could plan like another cooler, darker place to build a temple like inside the moon. This is the kind of cartoonish supervillainy.
Yeah, this
that
is
you
only my
expect from
layaway
Merkelite.
temple, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
like-
they're building a giant laser so they can turn the moon into an enormous skull. That'd be cool, right?
That'd be
Praise
great.
Merkel. Yep. Things
Haunted.
done changed. And this is why I hope that in the many years of development that Dungeons and Dragons has yet before it, I hope that silly crap like this never goes away, because these kinds of conversations are so funny. Like, I don't want these things explained. I would rather just like shoot the shit about them and be like, what would it be like to be like a regular person in the Forgotten Realms? Like, what would that experience be like as a person? Yeah.
It would be awful.
I have
teleport your shit away or anything. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't want to drive around on your fancy horse. You don't want anybody to know you have any money or influence or anything. And God forbid you ever cross a PC who needs one more experience to level up.
I have 2 jobs you should never be: a guard or a bandit. Don't be
Seriously.
either of those
Or a wolf or a goblin or an orc.
Yeah,
really,
if you get like isekai'd into a goblin, you got some problems.
It's like, I feel like there's a whole subset of monsters that are like the first track of every popular album. Like, everybody knows, or the single, like everybody has fought a goblin before. And the further into levels you get, the less likely you are to ever have encountered one of those things. So yeah, if you're a goblin, you got to know that you are shit tier monster, and just stay away from everything. Don't attack roads. Don't become a bandit. You're toast. But on the flip side, never be a guard.
You look at the intelligence stat, and it's like Darwinism, right? Like, you got a bunch of quails, and the quails that have like +1 intelligence, they survive.
I'm just gonna call out the whole party right now. I'm just gonna do it. Here we go. Let's see how smart a goblin is.
Okay.
Anybody in the party got less than 10 intelligence? Yeah, guess who's dumber than a goblin?
It's me. And you wonder why I'm following a dead god. I never said Vicaria was smart, okay? She's just hella wise, which doesn't make any sense.
Well, like we talked about before,
think it means stubborn.
It's stubbornness. It's willful. You don't pass your wisdom saves because you're wise. You get them because you just refuse to believe the world is any other way than the way you think that it is.
Sounds like real life.
Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does. Well, forget real life. Real life sucks. Let's play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So who wants to give Elf the rundown of what happened last time?
I hear gelatinous cube. I also see gelatinous cube.
Yes. Yeah. Gelatinous cubes should be neither seen nor heard, but here we are.
All right, here we go. I got my notes.
A really, really big one.
Yeah, it's less a gelatinous cube and more like a thin layer of slime on the floor now.
All
right. So the Drow Rizaril told us that we needed to go kill Sean.
Sean.
And
his name is Shun.
I tried to intimidate him, and I rolled like a 2.
Yes.
So no intimidation. We killed a bunch of giant spiders. We almost got hella poisoned. I have level 4 animate dead now, so that was sick.
I like the Macaria rundown of this episode is just going to be about how cool you are.
We went back to the Goblin Market we're trying to find where Sean is, because Rizaril doesn't know because he's an idiot. And we went to this temple that has a large eye dripping black ooze as its like symbol, and I made a religion check and I don't know what it is, so maybe you can make another check. And there's an altar that has melted gold on it, and it says, "A gift of flesh willingly given can feed our eternal hunger." We decided against feeding the eternal.
Oh man, you guys didn't feed the eternal hunger?
No,
I think they wanted to save the eternal hunger for you to feed.
All right,
you
cool.
can feed it has to be willing, right? And then we went into this room, it had watertight seals on the door, and there was a floating skull, which was evidently inside of a really big gelatinous cube. And it killed one of my skeletons because the other skeleton didn't get out of the way like a jackass. And that's it. That's all I have.
All right, great. I'm up to date.
You're caught up. Yeah, so this room itself appears to be some kind of temple or shrine, either modern or dating back to the pre-existing occupants of this place. It held a gargantuan gelatinous cube for a time, but it has been punctured and dissolved into nothingness upon the ground. There are several doors leading out of this place. They all have the alchemical symbol for water above them on the archway. The party came in through this door. And in that other room, there is definitely an altar of some kind with melted gold on the top of it, and that etching. And the etching is in the language of the abyss.
Oh, and so I speak that. I know that one.
Yes.
No, you know Infernal. Not
we had
abyss.
this conversation about what languages Rin speaks. It's the other one.
Oh.
Which, frankly, Infernal is cooler than Abyssal.
mean, I
Sorry,
agree.
don't at me, Dispater, but like
I
Infernal's just a
mean-
cooler language.
I switched my infernal to abyssal, so because you have infernal,
Yeah.
so now I have
Oh,
abyssal.
okay. So you have abyssal. All right.
So we're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know where Makaria learned abyssal. Probably in a book somewhere. It's fine.
Yeah, listening to heavy metal albums probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have several options. There are doors on every cardinal direction from.
I mean, I am incredibly tempted to
Zorth
go-
to South.
I'm just incredibly tempted to go back to the altar and touch it.
Mhm. So gift your flesh.
I mean, you got to give your flesh, do it, whatever. Live your best life.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any flesh, that's why I didn't do it.
I
mean,
didn't want to do it. That's why.
I mean, all right, let's do it. I'm cool with it.
As a matter of mild abyssal trivia, thanks to alien nanobots, Dispater literally just means bad daddy.
Bad
which-
daddy.
Fucking perfect,
Yeah.
right? Dispater. It makes it right. Good.
Oh, so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, gift of flesh willingly given can feed our eternal hunger.
Aw.
Yeah. So I'll give you the canonical redescription of the thing so you can get a fuller remembrance of it. But it is it's a stone altar. On it there is a melted mass that appears to be gold. The altar itself is made out of limestone. The gold looks like it was poured on in molten form, left there until it cooled and hardened. So it's like sort of dripping a little
like,
bit
but
off
hard.
of the edge of the altar. The altar itself has as Blue Jay mentioned, it has the sigil of an eye upon it, a lidless eye, and then on the walls all around you there are carvings of lidless eyes and gaping mouths carved into the walls.
Was the eye the thing you didn't identify?
Makaria made a religion check and could not.
Can I make an arcana check?
Yes.
With that, is that suitable?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could look at it from a magical angle. Yeah, see if you can.
All right,
figure anything out.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Nice. Okay.
And
That was a
roll.
24 for everyone listening.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Natural 20. So I think if you were examining something that was like clearly magical, like it's obvious this is a suitable for a religion check, but I think probably with Arcana this high, something is not right about the gold. Upon closer inspection, it looks like it has been affected by magic rather than just materially melted and then re-solidified.
Okay, but is it like solid now?
I mean, you're just looking at it, but it's not moving or anything. It is perfectly still.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How big is it?
It covers the majority of the top of the altar, so maybe like 10 feet square.
So, like, if you melted up a person and turned them into gold, like that much?
Oh, more than that. Several people's worth of melted gold.
All right. Well, it can be gold if you want. That seems pretty cool. I'm made of a different kind of metal, so you can be made of gold. That'd be sweet.
I mean, guys, I lose my arm in every game, so I'll just
You just roll your sleeve up and just jam it in there.
might as well. Okay.
I mean, we have a stick we can poke it with first, just to make sure it's not like actively on fire.
Well, but the thing is, it's like a gift of flesh, right? You got to give
Yeah.
something.
Willingly given, yeah.
I mean, Jewel's not going to do this. As interested as she is, she will not stop anyone. Though.
Yeah, you see, Rin is too interested in the magical components of like what could happen. So she's stuck in there. I guess we could poke it. Yeah, you want to poke it first with a stick? Maybe
Yeah,
that's
sure.
that's better.
Give you a stick.
Give it a poke with a stick, Adam.
Jewel gives it a poke with her poking stick.
Okay.
Her
You-
5 foot pole.
You
It's 'cause
gotta
it's half of a
poke
10
it.
foot
You gotta
pole.
poke it with a stick. Okay. All right. Yeah. You prod at the mound with your stick. Can you make a perception check?
Sure. Yeah, I can.
This is gonna be like an ooze or something. I'm calling it now.
12.
12. Okay.
An ooze made out of melted gold?
Yeah.
So here's the
Oh.
thing, Jewel.
Jelly.
And I don't think, Jewel, I don't think maybe you wouldn't have noticed this if you weren't already so familiar with the idea. But what happens is your stick gets close enough to, at a glance, if you weren't looking too hard, it appears to touch the surface of the gold, but instead touches some kind of impossibly thin barrier just above the gold. And the stick taps it and gives you the impression that you've touched it, but you haven't. Much like your gloves. It's a very lucky pile of gold. But no, you touch the surface. To everyone else, it probably just looks like you tapped the edge of the gold.
Okay. Jules looks at Rin. There's something invisible on top of this.
Oh,
Are there oozes that are made of gold
good question.
or golden color?
I
feel
imagine
like there are yellow
I
oozes.
imagine you could animate.
Well, I mean, Rin, you got a 24 on Arcana, so like I'm happy to answer that question for you.
Please.
I mean, you can. There are many types of ooze and slime throughout the world, fungal molds and what have you. They tend towards colors that are darker and less like obviously sparkly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. However, there is a kind of ooze that is sort of mustard in color, but this is sparklier than that.
Okay, so it's not a mustard jelly, is what you're telling me.
I mean, it doesn't look like one.
Okay.
From the books you've read about mustard jellies.
If you want to worship at the altar of an unknown god, then just do it.
I mean, it's only unknown to you because you blew your religion check.
I look over at Makaria for that, and I'm like, it isn't about worshiping at an altar of an unknown god. What it is that the eternal hunger will come back and bite us somewhere else in this dungeon.
Later, you get 7 levels in, and someone's like, "You didn't feed the eternal hunger."
They're already fed. The problem is solved.
There
But
are
if it's
23 odd
a-
levels of different things that wish to bite us. If this one does, we can deal with it now or we can deal with it later. Either way, stop fiddling about and make a decision.
Touch it or don't touch it.
I touch it.
Okay. All right. You touch it. Well, I mean, surprising no one, bad things happen.
Well, of course.
Of course. Surprising no one.
You think I'm triggering this trap unknowingly?
Yeah, I mean, we've been here before. We know, you know what's up. So, you are struck by the now animate creature as your hand passes through this invisible field, this very thin layer, this stasis field that is keeping this creature in check. You break the field
Surprise.
like the mists hovering over the alien eggs, and it comes to life. And a tendril of golden goop slaps up around your arm and onto your body with a great force. You take 14 bludgeoning damage and
Nice.
4 acid damage.
Ow.
And everyone needs to roll initiative as the golden puddle comes to life and attempts to murder you.
Terrible initiative.
I know you guys missed me.
We did. No, I did. I would have probably considered touching it if I wasn't at 14 hit points.
Please tell me it's not actually called a golden puddle.
It's not called golden puddle,
Oh, shoot. 'Cause
but
that's
I would.
Oh my god, it's muck!
Oh no, my scaly boys are slow.
I wonder if I have a handout for this puddle of goo.
Please.
Let's see.
They're
I do have a handout. I can't show it to you right now because it'll tell you what kind of goo it is.
Is it ochre?
I'm not telling you what color it is. It's vermilion. No, it's not. It's kind of gold colored. All right.
Like an ochre.
Let's see here. Just
Burnt
shush.
umber.
Shush. Umber hulks are black though.
That's true.
Let me
Raw
see.
It's more brown. Yeah.
I bet you its initiative's gonna be great. Survey says it gets a 2. Okay. All right. So Rin, you are first.
I'm not restrained or anything. It just hit me.
Yeah, I just like slapped you with a tendril upon awakening.
Well, okay then. I guess I will back up
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to to here.
Okay. All right.
And then I will.
Now, in doing so, it will get to attack of opportunity you.
Oh no, I got a better plan, Adam. I
Yeah.
got a better plan.
Okay.
I got a better plan. It's a much better plan.
All right. Oh my god, it's a shiny Grimer. Yep.
I am going to use my newly acquired polymorph spell.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
It's alright. Just waste a 4th level. It's okay. Go breathe through this.
Okay, fine, I won't.
No, do it. Do it. You already said you're gonna do it.
Just
You can't take it back. You said you do it already.
oh, Dave.
What would you like to polymorph yourself or this thing into?
I'm trying to decide what.
This is like the lowest.
You don't know if this thing is dangerous
It's
or
gonna
not.
be like
okay?
CR2. Like,
Who knows?
I believe.
Okay, I feel like maybe I shouldn't now. I feel like I've been,
Don't
dissuaded from my cool shit.
Turn it into
Why?
a reef shark.
I mean, it's like
Fucking do it.
it'd be like I fireball this thing twice. Like, why?
You know what? It's fine.
All right,
You got
fine.
this. I believe
I will step back and take that attack of opportunity at him.
All right.
Then I will vicious mockery the thing because I gotta conserve all my spell slots.
All right.
for later.
I get a 14.
That is that's a hit, but I'm gonna cutting words in.
Okay. All right.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm just gonna roll a d8 here
Okay.
real quick. Okay, we're good.
All right. You cutting words the slime?
Yes.
And it tries to hit you, and you're like, you say something mean, and it recoils.
I don't know what possible mean thing I could say to it, but then I mock it viciously for its
I
slightly
mean, I honestly think
duller
that
than gold color.
if we really like think about it, vicious mockery and cutting words and stuff, it's not about the lingual like content.
No.
It's not about what you're saying. It's about the force of will, right? It's you exerting your psychic energy over them. So you don't actually need to say anything, but that's what gives you. It's your paradigm being mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so you deal it seven psychic damage.
7 psychic damage
Okay.
if I pass the wisdom save.
Oh yes, it's got to make a wisdom save. It's not very wise. It gets a 10. Its feelings are hurt.
Good. I'm glad.
All right, Makaria. The gold is alive.
I figured something of this sort might happen. Let's see. I am going to point at the weird gold ooze, and the dolorous spells of Merkel fill the air.
Bong 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 bong. Okay.
And make a
I get a
wisdom
2.
save.
It gets a 2.
It takes 14 necrotic damage.
All right, you necrotize the gold.
And then I will use my bonus action to direct my skelly friends to. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's just a goo. They're
It
just
is
going to
just a
protect
goo.
me. They're directing to protect me. They're like literally
Just
standing.
stand and guard. Yeah.
standing
Okay. Don't let it get.
something.
don't
If
get
it tries to
don't let it
hit
get
me,
close to you.
then fucking whack at it.
Okay. All right. Jewel and Makaria, I got you mixed up in the order, but Jewel, go ahead and take your turn.
It's fine.
I figured it probably would be. Yeah.
Jewel is Jewel, and she sees something moving that should probably not be moving, and so she moves around
Mhm.
to here, and then draws her weapons and
Yeah.
stabs, gives her the good old
Stab the
stab hoe.
ooze.
First with cricket, 14.
Okay. Yeah, you hit.
Okay. And I think I have sneak attack on this. I'm always gonna like feel like I'm gonna do a lot of math. Yes, for that much damage, 24.
Okay. It is dead. You've killed the. So you just hack into it a bunch of times, and like the gargantuan gelatinous cube before it, it deflates.
Yeah, because it's piercing damage, so it's just like
Yes, you pop it.
pop it like a balloon.
Yeah, and it dissolves all over the floor and the altar.
Gross.
So, do you think that there's something to do with the altar itself, or
That is
just a
what
fake
that is-
out?
That is what I was thinking. Perhaps this gold thing is not actually supposed to be on here.
Right.
Oh wait, now I can show you the handout. This is what it looks like.
I was right.
Oh, buddy.
You were right, Dave. Yep. Ochre jelly. There you go. So
But
you
I'm not-
you kill it. It is dead. It is like it melts away when it is dead, and whatever magic was keeping it here is.
Is there anything on the
dissipated.
underside, like on the altar, Adam?
No, the altar is like a just a block of limestone with carvings on it.
Oh.
Maybe that was where it lived, and it was just literal. It's like, you can put your hand in the news if you want. That's all it,
Yeah.
Maybe I would examine it more, but I don't think that flesh is.
I think
mean,
we ought
blood
to,
maybe, but flesh I don't think I want to give up. Like
I think we ought to remember that this dungeon was built by a madman.
It's true. Well, it was built by dwarves, and then it was inhabited by an insane person.
You can't just dismiss every.
The dwarves didn't exactly have a normal concept
You know,
of
the dungeon-
architecture either.
The
though.
dungeon of the Mad Mage is like what happens when a Pizza Hut folds, and then something really weird replaces
But it
the Pizza
still
Hut, but
has
it's still
the, like-
shaped like a Pizza Hut.
There's a local one that's a church.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, what did this used to be? Pizza Hut. What is it now? I don't know. Mad Scientist Lab, I guess. Yeah. So that's it. It's a dwarven Pizza Hut that's been repurposed by a lunatic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the altar is clear. There doesn't appear to be any, unless you want to take a minute, Jewel, and do a closer look.
I mean, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
There was a thing on it, and now I want to know if there's, does it have secret buttons? Are there traps? Can I open it? Can I put someone in it? 12.
You cannot see any such things.
Damn.
It doesn't appear
Boring.
to. Yeah. It doesn't appear to be.
Curses.
There's no hidden switch or anything like that.
After a brief moment of disappointment, I think Jewel looks at the rest of the group. I suspect we might find similar creatures in all of the other rooms. This seems like a zoo for them.
All right, well, let's do this then.
Well,
it's a zoos.
An uzu.
An uzu. I love uzo. Delicious. No, it's not. Don't. It's yeah, good. Dave. well, we've killed him. We've killed them, chat. They're dead. That's it. Kill them dead.
your response just being don't.
I was trying really hard this whole campaign to find ways to kill 8, and it turns out it's not attacking them with powerful creatures. It's just shitty jokes. So back in the other room, there are 4 basically identical doors leading out from here in each of the cardinal directions, with one additional door on the western wall with this kind of pillar in the middle. The doors are identical. The archways are identical. The doors are the normal, Jewel, they're the normal doors that you've been opening so far, but they are set into archways that now have the alchemical symbol for water above them.
Well, let's do this one. It's closest.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of work south and then around counterclockwise.
Southmost door? Okay, good.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So you wanna go and check that door out? Tell me what you're doing. That you paw at the door manically.
She opens the door.
Okay. Is that my sign language isn't great, so I'm gonna just trust you that that's open the door.
There's a lot of noises in the background, so I have to like mute and unmute. I
That's
can't
perfect.
make hand gestures and mute at the same time. It's
I got
very
it.
awkward for you.
Okay. All right. So you pull open that door, and beyond there is a hallway, a room, hard to say. It is partially caved in. It looks like it's mostly collapsed. The walls on the north and west side are still structurally more or less sound, but the south wall is just a collapse of rubble, and it looks like someone has dug tunnels into the southwest and eastern portions of the wall that you could squeeze through.
Well, so from what I've written in my neat little journal, I think that is connecting to a hallway that we've already been to.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think that this hallway is one that leads off the Goblin Market.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is the
I'm
south one.
I'm gonna reload the map and then we'll zoom it out. Yeah, but it looks to you like this room used to be part of a larger construct, but I will say on this side of the wall, there's no weird eyeball carvings. There's no drippy, like scary mouths on the walls. This wall is just plain and gray stone.
Okay.
Jewel's gonna start squeezing through the gap on the east side.
Yeah, you want to take a look out there? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I cannot currently see it because I am reloading the map, but I believe it's just a hallway. Certainly nothing happens to you crawling through that opening. You're able to just like duck your head and crouch and move through. Oh, yeah, here we go. You're able to crouch, move through, and on the other side, you can just take a look. Just a second here.
A lot of.
Well, it's a big map, and for some reason, my Chrome is being.
Oh no, there's just a lot of
Yeah,
unfinished hallways, is what I think she sees first.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, out here, there is a long hallway running north and south. And then at the south end, you can see that it branches off as well.
Go south first, unless anyone says anything else.
I feel like if we continue north, we might find the way around the room we were just in. I can already see a doorway up there that looks like it might be one of the doorways out of the ooze room.
Yes, I want to make sure the way, like the south way, is at least. I just want to see if it connects.
Oh yeah.
So she can.
Yeah, so you can see down there that the hallway branches several times, and there is another broken off area. There seem to be like several collapses in this part of the dungeon.
I feel like because I know it goes all the way around. I feel like Jewel like does the thing where she goes through the areas and then sneaks in behind the party.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go and check that out.
She certainly tries.
So give me one quick second to see if there's anything in this this corner
Unless she
here.
gets stabbed going on her way.
Yeah, right. Like just hang on a sec because I might need to surprise you with some bad
That's
news.
normal.
But I'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Or
let me
good
just wait
news.
for that. Let me just
Okay,
wait
so
for
you do. All right, I will tell you that the walls of this passage, you see them as you come around this corner up here.
Okay.
The walls of this passage are painted with image of wizards. So people in robes with staffs and like wands and what have you, obvious wizard paraphernalia. Images of wizards, and they're painted on the wall. And they all appear to be like tearing at their clothes or like pulling at their beards or their hair, their eyes and mouths, like mouths wide, eyes wide open. They all seem to be experiencing extreme emotional duress, and many of them seem to be undergoing a transformation. Some of them have horrifically clawed arms. Some of them, you can see that their legs are bent backwards with talons at the end. One of them, one particularly gruesome visage, their eyes have grown together and are forming a single enormous eye in the middle of their face. But one particular image catches your eye as showing shafts of eerie green light exploding out of a spell book and striking a wizard whose bones and flesh are melting, and they are growing hideous mouths all over them. They seem to be dissolving in this puddle of mouth sludge.
Ugh. Well, that's one way to decorate.
And that's this long hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross. If that's at all indicative of what leads in that direction, maybe we shouldn't go that
I feel like everything down here is probably going to be helpful in some way. So why not? But at least we can be more prepared for it.
I mean, I'm not personally fond of the idea of turning into a puddle of mouths. I mean, not afraid of death, but that is
It's a different situation.
That is
We can kill you afterwards.
Are you sure? Have you ever tried killing a puddle of mouths?
No, it will be a new experience.
Just don't let them put out an album for a while and they'll die on their own.
What is that about?
I just needed a number. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Was it the puddle has 7 mouths? Or
Jewel sees the paths down here seem to connect back around. And then we'll probably suggest they either go north or down this, whatever the other north. There's two north.
Yeah, do we want to go with Puddle of Mouths Town or Ooze? city.
I don't know why, but it just gets me.
Let's do it. Let's go this way.
Well, I
I
hope
mean, I know what it is, but it just didn't. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I guess I
Figuring
haven't
out there, right?
played enough D&D.
So where are you headed?
We're headed
Mountain.
north along the wizard transformation wall.
So that's actually the other side. That's the other side is where all the wizard transformation images are.
Wait, this side. Okay.
The east side of the
Side.
of the
Okay,
hallway.
let's do the Ooze Town then. Let's we do Ooze Town.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
I thought Puddle of Mouths.
you gotta do this one first because it's closer.
Okay, Ooze Town first.
All clear, 100%. Map completion.
All right, we can be turned into Puddles of Mouths leader, I guess.
Okay. So you're heading up to where you think that other door connects through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the
I'm
door.
pretty sure that it does. It looks like it does at least.
Okay.
Is this door also have like the watertight?
Yes. Yeah,
door?
there's no
Yeah.
question that it's the same door, but from the other side.
All right.
And then we'll go scout the corner.
Okay. Yeah. Long hallway with a door on the south wall, several feet in. And then from here, I think your passive perception is quite high, right?
17.
Yeah. Okay. So you can hear talking coming from down the hallway. You can't make out like whose voice it is or anything, but as you come around this corner up at the north, you can hear some
Do like
voices.
signals to the group and then immediately stealth modes like sneaky cat.
Okay.
And then she's just gonna slink her way forward
All right.
in an attempt to get close enough to hear them.
Yeah. Yeah. You wanna,
Without them seeing her.
Skulk up
20
and see. Okay. All right. So as you get closer, you can hear. Oh yeah, very stealthy. As you get closer, you can hear what sounds like gruff talking, but it's not in a language you understand. And it seems like it's a fairly large group of people talking in this like low growling language. There is some additional noise, maybe of like cutlery on a table or the sound of a chair like being scooted across the floor. But yeah, that's what you hear.
Is it something she might recognize? Like not the language, but who would speak this language or what would speak this language?
You can make a perception check. I'm gonna make a perception check too. But
Sounds bugbear.
28 plus 1 is like quite a lot.
17.
Okay, well, I can't, because of the way that skills work, I can't possibly beat you. So you are invisible. Yeah, it sounds like you've heard bugbear chatter before.
Yeah, they were having a fight club, remember?
Yeah, it sounds, I mean, it doesn't sound like the like shouting of a fight, but it sounds like bugbears.
With a 17, can she get an estimate of like a range of how many different speakers?
More than 5, but less than 20. Like less than a dozen.
Yeah, yes, you
Like
know,
a
more
lot,
than-
but not like a stadium full of them.
Cool. With that information, she will skulk back to the group around the corner and then tell them that she heard bugbears, and there are between 5 and 20 of them.
Did we ask what species Sean was? I don't remember.
You were told Shun is a drow.
So not a bugbear.
Shun,
then.
yeah, Shun Shurith is a dark
Could be
elf.
working with the bugbear. Hey, then I think Jill looks at Rin. Wait, aren't you the leader of the goblins still?
I don't think I'm the leader of every bugbear in the whole place.
You could try.
Would you like me to try?
I mean, I think they're fairly idiotic. so-
Well, all right then.
But
Well,
they
it's either that or we probably need to kill all of them because
I, for one, am on board with the killing all of them plan.
But they have-
something tells me we won't improve in our skills and abilities if we.
Avoid conflict. Jewel, in a moment in your conversation when everybody's talking and stuff, there's a moment where it occurs to you you don't hear the bugbears talking anymore.
They've either moved or they've spotted us. Let's go.
I guess we'll kill them. I just don't want the brains to pop out again, but they probably will.
Right. That is an issue that you've had.
It has been in the past. Yep.
Well, why don't you just get a ranged weapon out?
Because you are all pathetic and
I
squishy.
call down the corridor. Are there bugbears down here?
Okay, hold on. Roll a charisma saving throw, Rin.
Saving throw?
Yeah, a charisma saving throw.
Okay. $25?
Wow, okay. So you shout, are there bugbears down there? You shout it in common. There's a long pause, and you hear some like whispering, like, right. And then you hear like, who's asking?
This is when you should have used polymorph.
I can't polymorph into bugbear, only
Oh.
beasts.
Oh,
So what do you say?
The leader of the goblin market.
They shout something back in goblin.
Crap.
Say something about how you haven't stooped to learning their stupid language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insult them in their
Yeah,
species, sure.
That would be really helpful.
So Rin, you
I have no. I'm gonna. Here comes the bluff. Okay.
okay.
I have companions with me who don't speak Goblin, so it's only polite that we keep things in common. Okay.
All right, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Aww.
I'll say
Nothing I said was untrue.
I mean, it's not a deception check. You're persuading them. And let's say DC 11.
It's still pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. So there's again a pause. You hear more like whispering, and then there's one of them says like you hear, well, that's only polite.
Oh my god.
Come a little closer where we can see you.
Are we seriously not going to kill them?
And like Rin, you can see at the corner there's like a bunch of bugbears like standing there, right?
I walk forward to like address them. You know, like they say, come a little closer, we can see you. I'm like, okay, here I am.
Okay. All right.
I would just really love if we could just kill them first and ask questions.
So you
after.
approach and you can see that a whole bunch of bugbears have like gathered in this intersection.
So what are you up to here? Shouldn't you be helping with the like thumbing to back down the corridor as if I have there's some other task that they should be doing?
And they look you up and down. You notice they're all wearing purple armbands with an eye with like circular. It's the symbol of Xanathar's guild, right? The eye with the spokes.
Xanathar eye. Yeah, okay.
The Xanathar eye.
Yeah.
8, as you get close enough to see, you notice one of the bugbears is kind of just looking like spacily off into the distance and not really paying attention to what's going on.
burn it with fire.
So the bugbears, they have weapons. They have their maces or morning stars or whatever, and they hold their hands up, and one of them puts his hand up and he's like, "That's far enough. You've entered the territory of the Xanathar's guild. Who do you serve?"
Why Xanathar, of course.
Make a deception check.
22.
Damn. All right. Let me make a wisdom save, or I'll make a wisdom roll here.
I do love that we have our charisma person here again, but I would prefer murder personally.
So chat can see what I just got. Double ones, just a couple of ones on these guys, and they nod to each other like, "Of course, you must serve the Xanathar's guild." And they nod and they say, "Oh, finally, reinforcements. Well, come on, you have to meet the boss." And they go this way.
Doesn't Shun work for Xanathar?
Doesn't he?
We're about to find out, I think, maybe.
I think that's what's his butt said. Well, this will be lovely. I'm so glad we get to fight them all in one room as opposed to, singling them out in a hallway.
Like it would matter.
Oh, right.
Tactically disadvantageous.
That's interesting.
It would definitely be bringing in reinforcements.
So hold on. So when you go around the corner, I will describe this room to you. There's a lot. So it is a room with crates, barrels, and it's a crate and barrel, and a bunch of wooden like cots in the room. There are several bugbears and humans, all wearing dark clothes and having the symbol of the Xanathar's Guild upon them. And in the midst of them, there is what at first glance looks like it might be a drow. You see the delicate bone structure, the short stature, the dark skin. But as you reach his face, you see that instead of a beautiful elvish face, this creature has 8 glowing red arachnid eyes, a mouthful of fangs, and mandibles, and then hair that is, instead of long, beautiful, flowing elf hair, pointy spines like you would find on a tarantula.
This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah. You might say she cut off his nose to spider face. So he...
All right, he's not awesome.
How long have you been planning that one?
I literally just thought of it now.
You ruined it.
So he looks up at you and he hisses slightly, and his mandibles like click. And the bugbear says, "Boss, it's the I forgot bugbears are Cockney. Boss, it's the reinforcements, boss." And the spider-faced drow hisses at you and says, "Reinforcements, is it? Good. Yeah, then you know the password." And he turns to one of the bugbears, and the bugbear is like, "Oh, the password, right?" And he comes up and he says, "How many eyes does Xanathar have?"
I'm like, this gotta be a trick question, right? Like, you can't. It's not.
Yeah, like the bugbear is wearing a sigil with the eyes around the you can see.
How many are on the thing?
How many eyes does the beholder have? 11. The central eye, and then is it 10 eye stalks or is it 9?
I think it's 9 plus 1.
And it's 9. Yeah, 8, and then.
Is it? Yeah, 9. I think. I don't know. 10 total, maybe. I don't know. I think
let's do the John Harper way. I look at the thing, I count the
number of eyes a beholder has. So what do you say? You look at him and you say, let's say it's 11.
Okay.
So the bugbear says, how many eyes does Xanathar have?
So I look back at the others like, of course we know the password, right? Like doing the these guys, they're asking us the password, like looking at the others, and I'm like, I don't know the password. You know, like, I don't know what it is. And I turn back and, the charming face back again. I go like, of course I know the password. The answer is Fireball!
So
best password.
Yeah, so what happens is you're like, the answer is Fireball, and between when you say it and when you cast it, like as a rolling initiative, the spider-faced drow is like, Fireball's not the password. That's not the password at all. Oh, Fireball. All right, well let's roll initiative then, I guess.
The password is recon.
Can Rin get to go first because she's really cool?
Rin can roll initiative with advantage. Take the better.
What are these terrible initiative rolls on my part?
Let's see how Shurith gets to do.
I got 17.
I like that in chat somebody pointed out, like, it's not his fault. He just hasn't had braces for very long. Give him a break.
Adam, it says 11 on the chart, but it should be 17 because
it just took whatever your other one is. I'll add it for you. So 17. Okay. All right. Let me see the humans here that are gathered around this burning garbage can. So these guys. Let's see. Bugbears I rolled. Thugbears I rolled. Shun I got. Wow, there's a lot of people in this fight. Okay.
Oh man, the fucking humans got such a good initiative.
Thugs to me. Okay. And so so the thugs they have weapons, and so they use them on you.
I mean, I figured they might.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna move and they're gonna attack. So they have maces.
Rude. I'm gonna be down before the fight starts, guys. Just so you know.
Okay. So this one runs over.
Not all of them have enough movement. So
And he's gonna attack. He's gonna attack 8. 8's big. They big. First swing is an 8. They don't have pack tactics yet, so the first swing is a 10. Second swing is also a 10. The second one is gonna run over and attacks Rin. Mace. 13, which is a miss.
Yeah.
Second attack is a 5. Well, these thugs are untrained. At the back, Shun is just like, no, strike them harder. And he's like panicking and trying to get away as his bodyguards rush in to fight. So this one comes in for 8 and a mace and a mace. Okay, nothing. And this one has pack tactics, but still can't get you. It's just bouncing off of your armor there.
That's about right.
That one moves in. And okay, so the first swing, let's use one at a time. First swing, I got a 16 on Rin.
Okay. Yeah.
Which one is it that's attacking her now?
This is the top one up here.
Okay. Are you going to cutting words it?
No.
Okay, you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, because I didn't think it would be that much.
A slight bonk.
Okay.
The second one gets a 24. This is a crit.
Oh. Okay. Well, I can't stop that one. So.
I mean, I'm like,
You can't see it happening.
Yeah.
You need line of sight, I think. Okay. All right. So you take 9 bludgeoning, Rin. It's like going to start like battering you with clubs. These ones are gonna use their crossbows, so they're just gonna move because they can't get within melee range. And they are going to fire. I think 8 is still the big target, so I'll fire 3 times at 8. Boing. 2 and no hits. So you're just getting peppered with heavy crossbow bolts, and they're just bouncing off of you. Okay, all right. So that is the thugs. Rin, you may now take your turn.
Okay, well, I said fireball, so I guess that's what we're doing. If I put it, let's see where I can put it, shall we? If I put it here, I can hit all of these guys plus this one guy on the edge, which seems like a pretty good deal.
Okay, so you wanna do it.
It's this like section here.
Sorry, I was also measuring.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's like here
Yeah.
or here, because that catches this guy too.
Yeah, because it's the 20-foot or whatever.
Yeah, let me.
it's 20-foot radius, not 20-foot diameter.
Yeah.
So it's
Like
4.
the sides are 40 by 40, basically.
It would be this
It's
big.
square.
Oh yeah, all the way like back there. Because you can get everybody. You can get all these guys, right?
It catches everybody on the right hand side of me, Adam, basically.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. So yeah, you throw it past the guy near you, and it flies over here, and then bursts into fire and floods this side of the room. Go ahead and roll damage, and I'll start making thug saving throws.
Yeah, baby. Where's my
And-
fire? Oh, I don't have a fireball spell and save money yet. I'll just, what is it, 86? Yeah. 32.
Okay, which is exactly how many hit points the thug has. So
Oh shit!
what's the
nice.
DC?
The DC is
15?
15.
You hit 4 thugs? Yeah, 4 thugs. And they 2 of them survive and 2 of them are killed instantly in the conflagration.
I love
Yay.
conflagration.
Okay. So two of the thugs, they fire their crossbows, they scream once, and then their screams are cut off as the oxygen in their lungs is all burned away. And then the bugbear makes a saving throw, somewhat more dexterous, gets the save, and is fur is terribly singed. And then Shun. Let's see. Any magic resistance on Shun? Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Spider head.
Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Let me roll this again. There we go. Shun definitely makes the save. Shun is the most dexterous of anybody. And leaps aside as the fireball burns around him.
Is Shun more dexterous than 8 though?
Yeah, yes.
Is Shun more dexterous than me?
Probably not. You're a PC.
Probably not.
Okay, so that's Rin. The skeletons have no command yet, and so stand in
okay,
direction
but
of their
they
fans.
had just gotten a command to defend me.
That was rooms ago.
That was a room ago.
You have to spend a bonus action to command them to do anything, and no one has attacked you yet. There's nothing to defend you from. We've rolled initiative, but the skeletons don't know that. You just have to use a bonus action to turn them on and send them after your enemies.
Okay.
Just roll better initiative than them next time.
I'm bad at everything.
All right, Shun. What does Shun got? Ooh, Shun's a cool drow. So Shun pulls out of his cloak.
Aren't all drow cool drow?
He pulls out of his cloak a tiny metal and wooden hand crossbow and fires it at Rin.
I feel like that makes him less cool.
Pew, he's got a cool gun. Well, actually, he's not as cool as the drow with real guns.
Like actual guns, yeah.
The brigand dearth kind of make all other drow look crappy by comparison. What is your armor class? 14, right?
13, yeah.
13. Okay, you are struck by the crossbow.
Can I cutting words it, Adam? What was the roll?
I got a 16.
I will cutting words it.
You may be able to cutting words it. Yeah.
You call that a gun?
I've seen drow with bigger guns.
I've seen drow with better guns than that. No, the mock is literally, where's your gun?
Yeah, right, exactly. Damn you, Jarlaxle Banery! Damn you!
House Banery makes all of the drow look like scrub lords.
So he fires it at you, and then he shouts, "Protect me!" and runs this way. Jewel, it is your turn.
Where's?
She does not like how in the thick of it Rin is.
Yeah, I don't like how.
Yes, Rin has got it's.
There's
There's
a
a
lot between her and Rin. So she's gonna, but I'm gonna start with this bugbear because that's in the way. So she's gonna stab the bugbear in front of her first.
Okay.
Hopefully it will be dead before it gets a chance to attack.
Okay, give you the old stab and tab.
She rolls a 1. Cricket is back to his usual business.
You shave the bugbear just a little.
At 18
Okay,
on the
short
other
sword
one.
in the offhand. While he's looking over here at Cricket, you poke him with the other sword.
Yeah, Cricket is just a magic trick over here, and then I will use my sneak attack on that for 19 damage.
Okay, all right. The bugbear is still alive, but has been stabbed.
And that's her turn.
Okay, all right. Let me take a quick. I have to look at something real quick before any of the bugbears die. Okay.
No.
Good. Just had to check. Okay. All right. So the bugbear tied like a swarm of terrific sharks. The bugbears get to all move together.
Uh-oh.
Well, it was nice knowing you, friends. See you on the other side.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let me do the bugbears that are already in their room. So
This seemed like a good idea at the time.
Rin, one of the bugbears, attacks you
All right.
with a morning star.
Yep.
Gets a 21.
That is plenty to hit me.
Mm-hmm. You take 17 piercing damage.
I am down.
Smack. Yep. Okay. So the bugbears, if you go down from, I'll just confirm. So the bugbear knocks you out, doesn't kill you. You're not making saves. The bugbear just goons you with the handle,
It's
and down you go. Because they need living hosts. So then this bugbear will counterattack against Jewel. Oh dear. You get a 5. Okay, he misses you real bad. I got a 5 and a 24. So the 5 is the real one. He misses. Smashes the wall next to him. The one behind you takes a swing at you, Jewel. And this time I get a crit. I get a 24. Now, Makaria, you can see that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can see that one.
You can see that nerd. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I cancel that crit?
You can.
Okay.
Julie,
so I
you
do
take
so.
you take 14 damage.
What's your AC?
Into half that damage. My AC is 16.
Okay.
I'm gonna half that.
Okay, so you take 7. So between Makaria and Jules' special abilities, instead of taking 21, you take 7. All right, okay. So that's that bugbear. Let's fill the hall with bugbears. This one moves but can't attack. This one also moves but can't attack. That one moves and can. I think it will attack. I'm gonna flip a coin. What are these skeletons made out of? What were they before?
They were gobos.
Goblin skeleton. Okay.
Yeah, they're goblin
You
skeletons.
do look like a necromancer, and you're surrounded by
do.
skeletons. But he attacks the
Yeah.
skeleton anyway. All right, Morningstar against the skeleton. Here comes. It's a 12. Is a 12 a hit?
On a skelly boy.
Ooh, too nimble. The skeleton
No.
dodges,
Skeleton's good.
swings, and a miss.
I mean, he's made of bones. There's less to hit, TBH.
and then these two move up, and they will throw javelins. One at you, Makaria,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 17.
That hits.
Okay, you take 8 piercing,
Okay.
and one at the skeleton. 9. So just, the javelin just goes right between its ribs and sticks into the floor behind it.
Wait, I was at 21, I think. I accidentally put -8, not on my token, but on my sheet, and I don't want to have negative
Negative
8 hit points.
All right, that is it for the bugbear swarm. 8. It is your turn.
Oh, okay. We gotta work out which ones that we're gonna kill, and well, we got ones with pack tactics, so we've got to kill those first. So let's stab some thugs, I guess.
Yeah, because now they're all in a position to climb over Rin's unconscious body and start smashing on the rest of you.
Yeah, I'll attack the one to the east of me.
That one? Do it.
Yes, please. Roll
Nice.
A 23.
Definitely a hit.
for 11 points of damage.
Stabbed with the javelin.
Is he alive?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because he wasn't in fireball range.
that's right. He was just outside. The one, this guy is all like burnt and angry.
Okay. 26 will do for another 13 points of damage.
All right. Badly perforated, but still alive.
I've used my action surge on the jelly cube.
That's true.
I am, however,
You
going
can-
to second wind.
Okay, sure.
I get 13 hit points back. That's my maximum health.
Oh, nice. Good work.
Sick.
Okay, Makaria, I guess makes it your turn. There's a bugbear with a morning star snarling and swinging his mace around, or swinging the morning star around trying to kill you. What are you gonna do?
I will direct my skeletons to defend me with their
Mhm.
bows and single short sword. Can this guy be short sword guy? Because I think short sword guy actually died.
Let me check. This you can equip them however you want. Yeah, I believe.
Okay, so this guy is short sword guy. These guys are gonna draw their bows.
This is technically Beauregard, but here, which one was the short sword? The one in the front?
Well, short sword guy actually passed away.
Yes, but who is currently using a sword?
This one.
Okay, there you go. We'll put a little sword token on.
Okay. And then when I use that as my bonus action, I'm going to use my action to God, I don't have inspiration. Stupid. You should have given it to me on Twitter before the show.
Not this time.
I'm going to use my action to cast Vampiric Touch and reach out and touch that dude.
Okay.
Hopefully. 17. Is that a hit?
It is, yes, absolutely.
Fuck yeah, give me some HP.
Your hand glows black with Merkel's
Okay, so he
malefic
takes
energy.
13 necrotic damage,
Yeah.
which means I get +6 health. I think it's half rounded
Half,
down.
yep.
Cool. That's not shabby.
Okay, cool.
Just gotta keep doing that.
Anything else, Makaria?
That's my action and my bonus action. So that's
Okay, and
what
you
I
still
got.
have Vampiric Touch.
Yes, it
Okay.
stays up for a minute.
Okay, I will add it. There we go. Okay. All right, thugs. So the thug that was badly burned, the Senior Rin, like lifts his mace to deal a killing blow on Rin, and one of the bugbears, the bugbear behind, shouts, "No! Orders are to take them alive!" And he turns and he looks angrily back at the bugbear, like, God damn it. And he puts his mace, I guess he just throws his mace aside and grabs Rin's body.
That feeling when you're outranked by bugbears, man.
Yeah, right. And drags Rin back. Well, the Xanathar's Guild, I think they like prioritize their like monstrous members over their human ones. I think they like.
How far are you dragging me?
He's using his whole action to just drag you back, so 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's that thug. The other thugs then try to close the ranks. So there's 1, 2, 3. They're gonna keep attacking 8 because that's the only valid target. They have advantage now. So let's see how they do.
It's all right, guys. They can only move 30 feet dragging me. You'll catch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Okay, so the first one gets a crit on the second attack.
Of course he does.
So you take.
Why would he not have already
Can I? Oh, I could see Jewel, but I can't see 8.
Yeah, you take 8 bludgeoning damage. 8. Second one attacks twice. 1, 2. It's gonna be for these guys. It's gonna be a crit or nothing type deal, pretty much. One of them, the second hit on this one hits you for 5.
What is the hit?
23.
I used my reaction to use warding maneuver.
Cool. What does that do?
I'll post that for you.
Thank you.
It's very long, but basically, if I or someone who is within 5 feet of me takes an attack, I can roll a d8 as a reaction. It increases the target's AC by that amount, and if it doesn't work, they get advantage. They get resistance to the attack's damage.
Oh, cool. Okay, so like a modified parry with some other bonus stuff.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. All right. Yeah. You make your warding maneuver and you block the attack. Because you only need a 1. So there you go. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the third thug attacks twice. And even with advantage, the second attack is a hit for 3 bludgeoning. Got a 23. Okay, so that's those ones. There is a thug at the back who has now reloaded their crossbow, and they fired at 8. And they get a 21, which is just barely a miss. So it hits you, but your armor absorbs the blow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, skeletons.
Okay, skeletons. So, short sword wielding skeleton makes an attack on the guy in front of him. He gets a 9.
That's a miss.
Okay, and the ones behind me make attacks with their little bows. One is a 10.
It's a miss.
And the second one is a 19.
That is a hit.
So
And they're attacking the same one you were?
I would say that these two are attacking the ones in front of them, and this one's attacking the one in front of me. So the second one, I would go clockwise. So this one here was the one that made the hit.
Okay,
on.
so you hit for 7?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. What the fuck's Shun gonna do? Let's see. Shun, what are your cool powers? Shun is gonna use the innate spellcasting abilities of the Dark Elves. And conjure up
Darkness.
So let me make a darkness blob for you.
I remember being a drow.
Darkness.
So he conjures up his little spider guy's twinging. He conjures up an aura of darkness. How big is a darkness spell? I think it's like fireball size. 15-foot radius. Okay. So. Let's see. Is that? And one more, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sick.
So let me place it. So that's how big it goes.
My light is magical, so it eliminates it.
Yeah, magical continual flame.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he drops the darkness onto the map. There's a cloud of darkness that spills out from his outstretched hand, and then he continues to move away from you. Okay, Jewel.
Well, this situation is less than ideal. 8, you attacked the one to the east of you, not the one in front of you. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
it was a silly. Sorry.
That's okay. I think she's gonna try and finish off the bugbear. I am very concerned that a brain is gonna pop out of its head.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I'm hoping that I will hit the brain with my other action. We'll find out. So cricket to the one to the north.
Can't we just stab them in the brains?
No,
And then it will also hit them. Come on.
24
sadly not. Yes, that's a hit.
or
A lot.
29 damage.
Okay, very dead. You kill this bugbear. It falls backwards.
Uh-huh.
Its body lands with a thud on the ground. It drops its weapon. There is a moment, and then nothing. It seems to be dead.
Okay, bonus action. She's gonna stab the guard in front of 8.
Yeah, the Xanathar's guild thug.
She misses.
That is a miss. Yeah, he parries your blow.
Ah, yes, the good old seems to be dead bugbears.
It seems to be dead.
Mhm.
All right. So speaking of bugbears, alive or dead, the 2 that are in front of Makaria and the skeleton squad are going to take their turn. So Makaria, 1 for you. I get an 11. 1 for the skeleton. I get an 8.
No, it doesn't hit us.
Okay. 3 javelins. 1 for you. 13.
Nope.
1 for the skeleton. An 18. This is the sword skeleton. Okay, for 6 damage.
Okay, sword skeleton for 6 damage.
And then a
I won't-
second javelin at the sword skeleton for another 4 damage.
Minus 10. Oh, he's getting all beat up.
Hurling javelins at you.
Poor Skelly boy.
Any more bugbears? Yes. This one steps in place of the. I'm gonna just move the dead one out of the way. This one steps up into the place where his comrade was and takes a swing at Jewel. I get a 20 to hit. So you take 10 piercing damage.
I will use my reaction to half that.
Yeah, so you're still up. Good, rad. Okay, so I think there are a couple more bugbears, but they're on the other side of the wall of stuff. They're gonna fall back with Shun and try to protect him, and then the one here will throw a javelin at 8 because he doesn't want to get close. Here we go. 21.
Not a hit.
That's
Ace
right.
of
Just
tough
thunks
boy.
right into your shield. All right.
Cool. Robot.
What
Speaking
a
of
beast.
tough bots,
What a
8,
beast.
it is your turn.
Right. We'll take the ones that we can attack together. So we'll do top one first.
Okay.
Javelin.
I was looking to see if I had like a cool animated
Eh.
darkness, but I don't.
Does a 15 hit a thug?
A 15 does hit a thug, yes.
Sweet. 12 piercing damage on him.
Which thug is this? The one you've been hammered on already?
The top one, because I'm.
Oh, you switched? Okay. All right. Top thug takes 12 piercing damage.
But now I would take the one on my right, because
Okay.
that one will die in 1 hit from a sneak now.
Could be.
Probably.
Woo!
Yeah, get him.
That was a crit.
Big crit. All right, let's see what we got. 19.
19.
All right, cool. Yes, he had 8 hit points. Very dead.
Sweet. Let's see. Actually. Jewel has her turn before bugbears, so it's not just.
It's not pointless to
bullying.
knock one down.
Aha! Bullying. Yeah, I'm gonna push the one to the north over.
The thug?
Yeah. Fuck
Okay.
him. Not the thug, because the thugs get their
Yeah,
turn.
the
before.
bugbear, because the bugbear won't get to go. Okay. The bugbear opposes with
Sweet advantage.
+2. I got 22. So you shove the bugbear and he staggers back and then pushes back against you, snarling. Not so easily pushed around. Or they're just very used to being pushed around. Either way, this one trained in the fight club and had a tough lady throwing him around. He knows what to do. Anything else, 8?
That one to the north of is marked.
Thank you. All right. Makaria.
Let's vampiric touch again. I get an 8. Fucking butts, man.
and you just
Well, that doesn't work.
just
I
reach
just
for 'em
I
and-
don't touch them.
Okay.
I cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action. No, I
Hell
can't do
yeah.
that
No, can't you? Why not?
because it's 2 spells on 1 turn.
So
Oh, wait, I didn't cast
you
Vampiric
didn't
Touch.
cast Vampiric Touch, so you
It's
absolutely
fine.
can spiritual weapon.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that boy, my head, floating head, right over here.
Okay, let me retrieve it. Where was the last time? Where did the last time you cast it? Here. No, I think that's a different skull.
Well, we could just use any skull, any floating
I
skull.
want to stay on brand for the cool floating skull.
On the 8-bit skull game.
The skull
Yeah, I
brand.
know. I can't wait until we
I
get
think
some
the 8-bit
animated
one was
8-bit
in Salt
floating
Marsh.
like weapons. No, it was, but we've used it in this one. I added it to my token.
I can't wait until we have Final Fantasy battle sprites for all our characters. Fans.
Just instead of our faces.
There was like a favorites bar for.
There is, yeah.
Oh, okay. You just have too much shit on your
I
favorites
do.
bar?
Yes, I just have way too many. I've been using Roll20 for way too
Oh,
long
yeah.
for it to be.
I didn't see that. My character sheet was over it.
There we go.
Boop.
Did you know you could pop out of the chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just did that by mistake.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can pop out the chat and you
Okay.
can full screen the map if you want to. Yeah, and put the chat in another window. All right, where do you cast it? Behind them?
I'm casting it right here.
Here?
All right, like we're gonna corner
Okay.
attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I got a 23 with that, so that does 11
Oh,
force
nice.
on bugbear up
So the
there.
skull forms into space, headbutts this guy from the side. Didn't see it coming. There's a crunch as it bangs into his head. He's
Yeah.
not dead.
Well, he should be. Why don't you die?
Is that your turn, Makaria?
Die already. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Okay. All right. So let's play the dragging Dungeons and Dragons. Rin gets pulled back that way. Okay, and then let's see. I got 3 living thugs, one with a crossbow. So this thug will bravely run in to block the way, so you can't run after friend Shun. So let's start with that thug. Runs in, 2 attacks on 8. First attack, miss. Second attack, miss. The thug above him, first attack is a miss. Second attack is a miss. And then the marked thug, 1 and 2. Nothing. Just a wall of 8. Just. And again, it sounds. Fights with you sound like the interior of a very busy blacksmith shop. Just like bludgeoning weapons bouncing off of metal.
Yep.
And like the rocks of the earth, they break themselves upon your body.